It's time for some girl talk. Hi everybody, I'm Danielle Jameson and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a storytime video for you guys. I feel like I haven't done a storytime video in quite a little while, and it's very much a womanly topic. It is about my first period, if you haven't guessed by the title of this video. So before I get into anything else, I just want to very quickly put out a little warning. If you don't like hearing about periods, talking about periods, blood, especially the kind that comes out your foo-foo, if you don't like any of that sort of stuff, then just back out of this video now. When I was younger, I was very much ashamed about my period. I started my period when I was quite young. I started when I was around about 10 or 11 years old. Some girls, they start really late, but then there's girls like me who start when they're really young. You don't know when you're gonna get your period. One day it just kind of happens. I was actually in school when it happened. I think especially when you start at a young age, you yourself don't really know what is going on, and I think it can be quite scary. If you were like me, who started during the day when you're in school, it does prove to be a slight problem, because it's like you don't really know what's going on because you're so young. But on top of that, you daren't tell anybody because all of your friends are like young and they probably wouldn't understand it either. The only person at school you can really rely on is your teacher, and I really was a very shy person, and I really didn't want to go to the teacher and say, "Hey ma'am, I just started my period." For a very long time, periods have been seen as a very taboo subject. Like, it's forbidden, you're not allowed to speak about it. If you're a woman, you just get on and deal with your period when it comes. I don't see why periods should be a taboo subject. I feel like we should all be very open. It's just life. It's a natural thing. It's your body doing what it's supposed to be doing, basically. It's such a shame that women feel like they have to hide their periods. Like I said, when I very first started, oh my god, there's a fly in my face, get away. For quite a few years actually, I was very ashamed about my period. It was something that I couldn't speak to anyone about apart from like my mum. I couldn't talk to my dad about it because, well, yeah, a lot of guys especially, they just don't want to talk about periods. I'm really hoping that today is going to make people feel a little bit more comfortable about their period, and I'm just hoping that other people are going to be more confident about it, not be so ashamed about it. It is just a natural thing. I was 11, so what year would I have been in at school? Year 5 or year 6 at school. And I remember waking up one day just feeling off, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. At first I kind of felt like I was coming down with something, like I had just a cold or something, and then I was like, no, because it's not that kind of feeling, it's something different. I had the worst day at school, you guys. Here we go. When I was in primary school, I had a crush on this guy. Let's name him Fred. So I had a crush on this Fred guy, and I didn't just have a slight crush on him. I was like, I thought I was in love. But he didn't feel the same way about me, because I mean, if you've seen pictures of me when I was younger, I mean, I'm ugly now. Not the best looking bitch, but I was even worse when I was younger. Like, oh my god, I was horrific. I should have gone into hiding. I wasn't the prettiest person, and he didn't basically feel the same way about me. But eventually I managed to convince my friends, yes, convince my friends, to ask him out repeatedly and basically harass him until he said that he would be my boyfriend. So at this time, I was going out with Fred. We didn't last very long because he didn't like me at all in that way. I think it was like a month or something we went out for in the end. Basically today was the day when Fred would end the relationship. Felt really shitty anyway. And then when he basically told me that he didn't want to be like my little boyfriend anymore, I felt even more like dog shit. It was the very last lesson of the day, and I felt like shit. I had a really bad, horrible pain in my stomach area. It was like cramps, you know, the cramps you get when you're on your period, back pain, headache, and I was feeling like dog shit. And then Fred decided he didn't want to be with me anymore, so that made the day even worse. School finally finished for the day and I was just so relieved and thankful that I could go and hide away in my room and try to forget about this really horrible day. I was talking to my mum about how shitty the day was, and then I went to the toilet and my life changed forever. So when I got in, I went to the toilet, I sat down on the toilet, pulled down my pants, and guys, it was like something from a horror movie. It was like a bloodbath. There was blood everywhere and I was just like, oh, okay, this is happening. It's kind of actually funny really, because my mum freaked out more than I did. So basically when it happened and I saw all the blood, I was just sort of like, Mom. I shouted for my mum and she came rushing in like, what's wrong, what's wrong? She took one look at my pants and she freaked the fuck out. She was like, it's okay Danielle, it's alright, you're gonna be fine, it's just, you're growing up, okay, it's fine, alright, don't freak. And I was sat there like, Mum, I know what it is. My mum was always there to basically tell me like, you know, this is what's gonna happen when you're on your period. So I was chilled. I was like, yeah, you know what, bitch, I'm a woman now. But my mum was just freaking out. She was like, oh my god, we need to get you some tampons, we need to get you some pads or whatever. The thing is, I used pads. I tried using tampons numerous different times when I was younger, but they never ever seemed to work for me, and that's why I would always just use a pad. I would use sanitary towels, blah blah blah, but I would never ever use tampons. I still use pads when I'm really heavy, but I'll team it up with a tampon now. It literally took me years and years to actually get the hang of using a tampon. So I mean, please don't be embarrassed by your period. And please don't be embarrassed if you can't use a tampon correctly or you can't stick a sanitary towel on your pants properly. The thing is with periods, you guys, is it is very much trial and error. There are numerous different brands out there, numerous different products, and not everyone is going to like everything. You definitely should not be ashamed about your period. It is just a normal thing. It's natural. And as well, you know, if you haven't gotten your period yet, don't worry, because it will happen. I'm not ashamed of my periods anymore. I'm just like, whatever. So I do really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave it a thumbs up. Comment down below what video you want me to do next, any suggestions for any videos. Maybe you've got a specific company or brand that you guys want me to review, or maybe you have like some subscription boxes you guys want me to try out. Feel free to just comment in the comments section. But thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to click on that subscribe button. I do really hope that you guys have enjoyed this little video. I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you later.